FSD 12.4.3. After waiting weeks and weeks for the update, of course it drops on my Model Y while I'm on an airplane leaving for a 2-week vacation. Well, better late than never. The good thing is that I've not watched or read any comments on how 12.4.3 has been performing for others. I'm going to be doing a very basic drive here, as 12.4.3 implements the removal of the much hated wheel nag, and I think that should be enough of an adjustment for me. What you'll find on this video is that as fantastic as the lack of wheel nag is, and I don't even know if I received an alert for any wandering eye movement on this drive. There are some real serious issues though with this version of FSD, and it really impacts the enjoyment of driving this system. Let's have a look. To start off, FSD is continuing to drive through these back laneways. Instead of driving on the main street, what it's doing is driving on these laneways that cut between the houses and their respective garages. So this is something I was hoping that they would have improved by now, but as you can see, it still did that here. We're going to be coming up to our first roundabout. Let's see how FSD 12.4.3 manages the roundabouts. Roundabouts have been greatly improved since moving to version 12. Take a look at the speedometer. It's going through, it's not stopping, but it's doing it a little bit slowly, a little bit slower than I saw on version 12.3.6. It did an okay job with that, but I did notice that it was slower than previous roundabouts. Okay, we're going to be making a right turn here. Car brakes quite nicely there, but quite a bit in front of the in line there. So we're just waiting to get the traffic on the left cleared before we make our right turn. I'm still quite far back, so there's a vehicle to my left, so I can't really see the cars in front of me. You can see I'm leaning over there. FSD is not really inching forward. I know the cameras can see it, but I can't see it. And now I can see that there's quite a bit of opportunity for me to turn right here. There are vehicles that are passing, but they are in their respective left lane. And FSD is not moving forward at all. And I can already notice this is a big difference from 12.3.6. It's much less assertive in making this right turn. I'm going to be patient here because I don't have any vehicles behind me. You can see the wheels kind of moving to the right, but again, I'm not moving forward. You can tell, like, I've had more than enough opportunity to turn right, and I'm gonna have to disengage. I've got a car going behind me right now, and that was really poor performance on that. If I could give that, 15, 20 thumbs downs, I would. That was really poor performance on that. It had more than enough opportunity to make that right turn there, so hopefully that's something that they can tweak and fix. Oh, you can see the car slamming on the brakes there. It's a yellow light, so now it's gunning it through the intersection there, so that was a bit jolting too. It was unsure of itself without oncoming traffic, and then it braked very hard and then accelerated quite a bit after that, so that wasn't particularly enjoyable as all. So far it's a bit of a rough start for version 12.4.3. Alright, taking a look at the acceleration here. This road here is 60 kilometers an hour. The previous versions of FSD had an issue with the offset where it was consistently driving a bit too fast there. And I was concerned I'd be getting tickets in zones where there were speed cameras there. Not having that issue right now. It's keeping me in the left lane. I'm in average mode right now. As you can see, there's traffic in front of me, but it's not being too assertive at this point. Let's just move forward a little bit and let's monitor the speed there. Again, keeping me in the left lane, and as you can see, the speed there, it's keeping me pretty slow. I know on 12.3.6 it would accelerate quite a bit more than this. As you can see, my speed is like 55, 56. If this was 12.3.6, it would probably have me going at 64, 65, or fast enough that the gap between me and the car in front would be a lot shorter than it is right now. As you can see, it's barely able to scrape 60 right now. I've got vehicles in the right lane that are passing me. This is very passive. This is not really my style at all. And this is a big change I'm finding from 12.3.6. It is driving much more sluggish and much more slower in this left lane right now. As you can see, there's a big gap in front of me, and it's still not accelerating to even hit the speed limit right now. You can see 59 there, and I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know what's triggering that, but obviously some changes have been made. They must have been toning down the auto speed adjust there, but I think they've overdone it a little bit here. As you can see, I moved myself into assertive mode there just because I've got to get moving, but that doesn't seem to be changing anything right now. Now I have no vehicles in front of me and I'm still going 59. please leave a comment if you're experiencing the same thing, but so far, really, it should just be moving into the right lane at this pace. Okay, braking was pretty good there. Again, part of being a natural driver is driving to the speed limit and sometimes driving a little bit over the speed limit, which is, you know, FSD did generally a good job with that before. Let's continue to see if it has any issues with acceleration. Again, you can see I've got vehicles there on my right that are driving right by me, so I'm probably frustrating a lot of vehicles. FSD, like, look at me now, I'm driving 47. I should be in the right lane. I'm gonna manually get the pedal up here because I got vehicles behind me and I do not want to aggravate those drivers here. So I take the foot off the pedal and you can see I'm at 68 and it's holding me there, but really it should be doing that on its own, so I'm a little bit disappointed with that. Let's see if it maintains that speed or if it's starts getting slower again. Driving at 69, nice speed right now. Alright, hit 70. No issues with that. And again, good braking there. The braking has been good here so far on 12.43.
That was like driving at the limit or below.
Alright, let's take a look at the acceleration. Well, now if you look at the acceleration right now, this is going pretty good.
Now that was good.
Look at that. Yeah, look, we already got past 63. Now we're at 64. I'm pointing at it right now, 65, so 66, 67, 68. Okay, now it's going a little bit too fast. Let's see if it scales that back. And it does. Is it holding it there? If so, that's good. That's what I'm looking for. Maybe a little bit slower. So what I'll do is just speed up the camera here. I'm okay with this speed here. The speed limit actually picked up a little bit to 70 right now, so have no issues with that. And again, the braking here is pretty good. Alright, we're not going to make this left turn here. And the braking is not too sudden, so nice and smooth. So good job with that. Okay, one thing I'm noticing again is the car's not moving forward at all, and it would do that before. Again, where I drive in my jurisdiction, when the light goes, you move forward a little bit, you do creep into that intersection. It makes it easier to make that left turn. Now, when those vehicles passed, it started moving forward a little bit. Let's see how fast it makes that turn now. I got a vehicle behind me, and that's good. All right, that was a good left turn there. The wheel wasn't shaking, so that's continued good behavior there since we moved over to version 12 of FSD. We are driving on a road that's about 70 kilometers an hour speed limit. You can see it pushed me up to 75, so that was good. Again, when it's doing the right thing, I'll just speed things along here, so that's good. So you can see the speed picked up a little bit to 81 there. You see the light standing here, so we're going to have a significant braking incident here. But this is just sort of one of those areas where you can't really gun it and go through the light, so FSD did the right thing and did a good job with the braking there. The acceleration here is excellent, and the driving here is good. This stretch here is at 60, so no issues with that. Alright, we're going to pick it up again. Now I'm going to have some issues that pop up on this road. The speed limit here is 70 kilometers an hour, so it's a decent speed on this road here. If you can take a look at my speed, you can see that I'm at about 64 right now, and I'm staying in the left lane. I've got some vehicles that are behind me and some people that are starting to get a little bit closer to me, a little bit frustrated with that. Now, I know I can't drive much faster than this because of the flow of traffic in front of me, but I am driving in assertive mode right now, and usually it would get me a little bit closer to that vehicle in front of me, but this time it's not. It's keeping me at 65. As you can see, I've got some vehicles here that are passing me on the right, which is never a good thing when you're driving in the left lane. I would like to see FSD move me into the right lane, as I will not be making a left turn anytime soon. I can understand how this would be frustrating for vehicles behind me as I'm consistently driving under the speed limit. And you can see the vehicle in front of me is now pulling away, so I've got the opportunity to go a lot faster, or FSD has the opportunity, and it's not doing anything right now. So again, this is really frustrating. I'm hoping this is something that they can tweak. This seems like something that could be fixed pretty easily, I'm hoping, in the next version of FSD. But right now it's just not acceptable, and I don't feel comfortable driving in this left lane, so I'm gonna have to disengage. Gonna pump the gas a little bit here. Gas. And then I'm gonna get into the right lane, just find a spot there to slip in, again, because FSD is not doing the right thing and getting into that right lane. So I'm gonna do that and re-engage FSD and see how it manages driving in the right lane, and see if it continues to drive as sluggish as it has been. Taking a look at the acceleration, you can see the acceleration is not too pronounced, and the vehicle in front of me is starting to pull away again. Again, we're looking at a road here where the speed limit is 70 kilometers an hour, and I'm barely touching 52. I'm at 51 right now, and the whole traffic's pulling away from me. This is really frustrating. Okay, now it's speeding up a little bit, which is good, but you can see it's got me about 66. You know, you maybe think it would get a little bit closer to 70. I've got more than enough gap between me and the car in front, but I'm just not seeing it on this drive right now. So I'm gonna see if it continues like this. I only have a few more minutes left in this drive, but so far it's not really picking up. It's getting close to the speed limit now, but this is such a pronounced difference between 12.36. I have to, though, make a comment, though. This is absolutely fantastic that I haven't had to nag on the wheel. You can't tell you how many times I wanted to put my hand on the wheel. It's just like a ghost reflex from a year of driving with wheel nag there. And it's absolutely fantastic that they don't have that now. And haven't had any alerts to tell me to look at the screen, or none that I've even noticed. So that's done a good job with that. Just speeding up the camera here again. Nothing much happening. We've got a flow of traffic in front of us. It's got me going at 57. Can't go much faster with those vehicles in front of me. Again, let's take a look here to see how the acceleration is. Acceleration here is good now. It's got me up to 70 pretty fast, so I'm okay with that. Now it's dropping me down for some reason, down to 53, 52. Like, I'm totally confused by what's going on right now. That doesn't make any sense. Let's see how long it keeps me at the speed. Again, we're getting to a stoplight, so it is slowing down a little bit, but I don't know if it was trying to be proactive there and slowing me down, but I never really noticed that as much in previous versions. We'll go into the final stretch drive here. Again, look at those vehicles in the left lane. They're moving nice. They're accelerating. Truck in front of me can only go so fast. But as you can see, my speed here, 50 kilometers an hour. That's not going to cut it even in the right lane. 51, 52. Car in front of me is pulling away slowly. Now up to 57, 58. So yeah, that's pretty much the theme for this drive here. So it's very sluggish, very slow. So again, I'll see this one more time. I think this is something that Tesla can easily tweak. It's easy for me to say they can tweak it, but as you can see, I had to put my foot on the pedal and intervene there again. I was just going way too slow in the right lane. Just not good performance there. I've got to get myself into the left lane because I'm going to be making a left turn pretty soon. I'm going to activate FSD and see how pronounced it is in making that left. Waiting for its opportunity to get into the left lane. Okay, it's doing so now, or it did that comfortably. Did a very good job with that move. And we'll just speed things here until we make our left turn. But boy, that's some slow performance there. Alright, now we're going to make our left turn. Let's see how that goes. Alright, we got our flashing green. Alright, another good left turn there. There was a vehicle that was behind me, and they noticed I was driving slow, so they were actually trying to get ahead of me right now, but they couldn't. I get ahead of this vehicle. I'm going to have to turn right here. FSD does a signal. Let's see how it brakes. You can see on the map, I'm going to be making my right turn there. Speed is pretty decent. Alright, significant braking here. No, pretty good job. Got me into the right lane, so no issues with that. So that takes us to the end of this drive. So overall, I would have to say, though, I'm very disappointed in the performance of 12.43. Maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh. I'm not sure, but just from the beginning there, when I was doing that right lane that I had, that right turn that I had to abandon from the beginning, I kind of lost confidence almost in FSD. It was so passive, and it just refused to make that turn. And then throughout the drive as well, it had issues just even getting up to the speed limit as well. It was very sluggish, and it had made me very conscientious of all the cars that were around me. And then, it sort of took me out of the enjoyment of driving FSD. So I'm going to continue to test it. I'm going to test it in some more tricky scenarios as well. But for a basic drive, it didn't do particularly well. So hopefully it improves in future drives. But I'm thinking they've got some significant things that they're going to have to fix already. Anyways, please leave a comment below if you're noticing this as well. I really appreciate the feedback. I look forward to continuing to test this car for you. You all drive safe, and I'll see you on the roads.